Cry Uncle James, Hall of Fame.
Y'all need to pay homage, the original host, Chris Thomas, the mayor in Vegas. Relay like all other Vegases. Every time we on the radio, you say it's us. Plus, we got Terminator X on the cut. In the public, the enemy gets off in the cut. But a back up mad links with the Cuban cuts. Your music gonna make you do the butt. We're storing for show. We're here to introduce you to the morning show.
Chris is chillin', Terminator's chillin', Hall of Fame is reppin', people want to see. Layla is chillin', Soren is chillin', Click word for Billy and we got mad links. James Gang reppin', Big Wig reppin', Akron, Cleveland, LA to Vegas. Fly cry, LeBron James a rap. I'm a full model, I see your brain.
What's up, Vegas, and what's up, world? This is comedian Chris Thomas, and welcome to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team. I got them all in place, starting with ladies first, Noonie LaRue. Next, we have Soren Baker. Next, we have DJ Mad Links. And then we have Terminator X. And this is... and this is the special show because we are celebrating the life of Danielle Spencer, who was born 1965 and just passed away not too long ago. So we're going to have one of the stars of what's happening call in. Haywood Nelson will be calling in. So we got I believe in celebrating life. You know, we all know that we got that day. So we're going to say a celebration of life, and we're going to have a little tribute to her. And we got such topics as today, white couple has a black baby. Also, we're going to talk about the real Hulk Hogan. And we're going to talk about Omar has some type of dissing with Cameron, and we got a whole lot more. We're going to show a guy in New Orleans with a red dress on. Be you. So let's start it off right now with the Barack quote of the day. And of course, we're brought to you by 100% Sucker Free. And the new book that's out, if you can see it. For those of you who don't know, we're on YouTube, and you can see really how we do the show on StreamYard and YouTube live. And she has a book out, The Music Industry, The Great Record Promoter, Linda Wills. All right. So let's get started with the Barack quote of the day.
Hello, everybody. This is B.O. the 44th with the celebrity quote of the day. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Quoted by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And that was the celebrity quote of the day. Now back to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team on KSHP Radio 107.1 FM and 1400 AM. Have a great day, everybody.
All right. Thank you for that celebrity quote of the day. And now it's time for us to go into a little bit of, how you say it, Noonie? Love and happiness. Love.
Hello, this is Diamond D with Love and Happiness, where I'm giving you some love advice, some happiness advice, some everyday good advice to make your day a little more loving. A 2018 survey says 15% of people have met their partner at work. The survey states that people who spend a lot of time together, like on the job, can easily spark up an office romance. However, the Harvard Business Review says that before you consider an office romance, know your company's policies about employees dating each other. Some companies frown or discourage this type of behavior because of the potential for lawsuits. The review recommends that you do not spark an office romance with your boss or anyone who reports to you. But after considering the risk, company policies, and procedures, if you choose to have an office romance, make sure that you disclose this information to your human resources department as well as your coworkers. This is Diamond D with Love and Happiness. Be sure to check me out on Facebook, SoundCloud, and Instagram. And remember, I'm working to make your day a little more loving.
All right, we're back to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team. I want to give a shout-out to all of them before we move on. What's up, Soren?
Things are going well, Chris. Excited for the show today.
All right, what's up, DJ Mad Links?
Man, it's another sunny day in Miami. How y'all doing?
All right. Noonie, how you doing? Noonie?
She's doing very well.
I said
She's
I'm
on mute,
blessed.
though.
I'm waving at everybody. Can't hear nothing. But I'm blessed trying not to.
All right. All right, Terminator, how you doing?
Good. Happy Wednesday.
Okay, well, we're going to start off with Danielle Spencer, of course, a show that I watched when I was growing up. It kind of got me through high school, and it was a show that right now is in this 49th anniversary year. 49th, around about a month or so ago, I was doing hosting a documentary for Ronaldo Ray, and I ran into Haywood Nelson, and believe me, as a fan, because he had the afro, and he used to say, hey. So right about now, if Terminator is ready, I'd like to have a moment of silence for Danielle Spencer. Here we go.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh, away from back. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever is gone now. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
All right. Danielle Spencer, you're gone, but you are not forgotten. And we're glad that we have shows like What's Happening Now, and some of the other work. It was Dr. Danielle Spencer. She was a veterinarian, and she went to Tuskegee University, California University. So for those of you who don't know, you young folks out there, we're going to play a couple clips from her, the best of Danielle Spencer from What's Happening Now.
Raj, if you're going to eat that mess, you can at least use a spoon.
This is not my breakfast. It's paper mache. Now get out of my face.
Do you hear the way your son is talking to your daughter? Hello? Anybody home? I'm coming. Nobody's home. What do you want?
I want to know why you opened the door to just anyone.
Is this going to be a lecture from a midget?
First of all, I'm not a midget. And second of all, you're old enough to know that you shouldn't open the door to strangers.
You know, I used to be obnoxious like you.
I know. I can tell. I'm Earl Barnett Jr. My family just moved into the apartment upstairs. You aren't married to that cranky one with glasses, are you?
No, I'm his sister, Dee. You want to come in?
All right. This feels almost.
All right. That was the best of Dee. I mean, it's more than that's just that. So real quick, what did the show What's Happening do for you, Soren?
Well, like my young actor friend there, I think he was on a recruiting mission to see what he could find, see what he could see, what he was seeing. So I felt guilty to that type of thing too. But I just enjoyed the dynamic interplay, the you know, the larger than life characters that the show had, and upbeat overall positivity.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to break right now because we got Haywood Nelson on the phone from What's Happening. He played Dwayne on the show. Haywood, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. Good to hear from you.
All right, I got the top notch crew here. I got Soren Baker, I got DJ Mad Links, I got Noonie LaRue, and I got the Hall of Famer from Public Enemy, Terminator X. And everybody want to say hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Haywood.
Good. All right, fam. Yeah, I can agree with you. Good.
What's happening?
So,
Yeah.
so tell me something, Haywood. When did you and Danielle Spencer first meet? Dr. Danielle Spencer.
We didn't actually first meet until we had this after we all were already hired, and we had a big come together, sit around a long table reading for the executive producers and the network. And I met her then, but I had seen her at first in New York in the Broadway theater where we auditioned. And I'm sitting in the back row with my mom, and it's kind of dark, you know, like over 300 people, you know, in the orchestra. And we're sitting there and in the orchestra seats, and we're sitting there, and I'm watching all the actors on stage do their little parts and reading. Mabel King was up there, you know, Mama, but she was in the Shirley role actually. And then this little girl comes up on, and they got a scene with her and her mother. I can't remember who played the mother, and she nailed it. I mean, I was already a fan of Cooley High, so I knew the D character. I knew Preach. I knew Cochise. I knew Pooter, which ultimately was my character originated. So when I saw her playing D and she dropped it, I said, "Oh no, that's it right there. She the one." And wow, yeah, proved to be true.
How many of y'all are left from the show?
Myself and Ernest Thomas, who played Roger.
Ernest Thomas. So, of course, it was great chemistry on the show because the show lasted a while, and then y'all did a reboot. What's happening now, right?
Correct.
So I want to just ask any of the guys, any one of you want to ask Haywood any questions?
I do. Hey, Haywood.
Go ahead.
This is Noonie LaRue.
Hey there.
Hey. I just got a quick question. Dr. Danielle was perfect. Like, she had a perfect side-eye game. What was your favorite memory of working with her on What's Happening? And be honest, did she ever side-eye you off camera?
She side-eyed everybody. Correct. You know, the one thing I always reflect on with Danielle, Dr. D, but back as playing the role of D, was her timing. She had impeccable comedy timing, which for me was amazing because, number one, you know, I had already been on a couple of I had already done Grady, had already done Sanford and Son. I had already come off of Broadway and a comedy. So time, you start to pick up the timing. But she had not. And this is her first foray, but her timing was spot on. And I wondered, how did somebody so young know to take the pauses that she took? Because, you know, just like in music, the notes and the melody and all that, and the vocals, everything could be great, but the music is nothing without the pauses. You got to know when to let the silence rest and then come in. It gives more emphasis on what you come back with. And she knew how to take those pauses so that her next line had impact. And that's something that technically, from a technical actor standpoint, always stood out and stuck with me. The other thing is just a great sense of humor. She was a nut. She really, really was funny. So doing the zings and all the different side eyes that she did with Ernest Thomas, especially as Raj, she enjoyed digging into him. She did. She just loved giving it to him. And every time she did, if you watch her outtakes, you'll see a little smirk on her face, not because she was being sassy, but because she's trying to not laugh. Because she loved it. It was so funny to her. And she loved getting me and my character, because often I had really ridiculous dumb Donald Wayne line, and she knew I hated doing them. So just waited for me to have to do it. She was like waiting all scenes for that line to come up for me, and then she would just turn and look at me like, "Go ahead, let me see how you're going to do this." And she just cracked up. She loved it. I wish they would release, Sony Entertainment would release the outtakes and bloopers from what's happening. It's something that will change all of our lives. And you know what? We all need it worldwide right about now.
Well, you're still in syndication, and I can see it on my Fire Stick. I can see what's happening. Does anybody else want to ask Hayward any questions?
This is Terminator. I just wanted to say thank you, brother. You guys were another family we grew up with. You were our brothers and sisters, and Mabel was our stepmom. And yeah, Dee was like, I don't know how old she was when the show was on, but she was like 15 going on 48. Also, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to also say, this is your 49th anniversary. Correct? Your 49th anniversary.
Yeah, we're 49 years this year. Next year is our 50th. So we're going to get out there. We've got a real special streaming television event that we're producing and putting together. My wife, Paula, and I are really breaking our necks within our schedule to try and get it in on time so we make it for next year. But, allowing the fans to kind of revisit the set, the Rob's Place set, the Soda Shop, revisit he and I as we revisit the show and tell a little bit about the behind the scenes that went on with the show. And then go to the outtakes of what we're talking about, and we can give the backstory on it. And then also some great personal appearances, cameos of people coming in with tribute and stories of their own. So I think that would be something that'd be real cool to put up as a one-time event, and then also make it available as a streamed event for people to have as a keepsake later.
Oh, wow, that's great. And when was the last time you talked to Dr. Danielle Spencer?
About a week and a half ago.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah,
so that was recent.
She and my wife talked often because, a lot of times I wasn't around and I wasn't available. They spoke, and then also, Danielle and I and the three of us all spoke, repeatedly. We stayed up with her, just, seeing if she needed anything, make sure she was okay. A lot of times she was sharing a lot of different aspects of her own personal experience and what she's going through, getting advice from us, and we doing what we can to help her however we could. We love Danielle very much. She's a family member, and that's the one thing about what's happening. From day one, we weren't actors coming together to become a cast. It wasn't an ensemble cast. It was a family. We became a family from day one. And from that very first day, that family or that family ship, I believe the love that we had for one another came through in our performances with each other. And that came through into the living rooms of all the other families that were watching, which is why when I'm walking down the streets of Manhattan or wherever, people approach me all the time. And it's as if they know me. And that's because it was a family ship that we had, and it formed a family ship with our fan base. So we have one of the most unique fan bases, I believe, in the industry.
Yes, you did. So
is there anything that you can tell?
You're listening to Haywood Nelson from the TV, the very, very popular TV show What's Happening. He played Dwayne on the show. So we got one more question. Go ahead, Mad Links.
I just wanted to find out, her untimely passing at 60 years of age is very young. Is there any details that you might be able to share with us that was this a sudden death? Was it any type of information that you might be able to share with the listeners today?
I think it's a testament to the tenacity, the strength, and the overall positivity, the very high level frequency, and just Danielle is very positive, though pragmatic, being a doctor. She's real positive and upbeat and optimistic. Danielle has suffered. She had suffered for so many years after having a catastrophic car crash as an 11-year-old.
Right.
And going through the trauma of that and losing her stepfather, then go on further in life to achieve the accomplishments that she achieved, because she always wanted to be a vet. She was a caretaker of animals from the time she was young. And we were in Malibu at her house, and she and I went out, and I was a surfer, but I would boogie board with her and taught her how to boogie board. We would get out in the water, but she always took care of her animals and other people's animals. She always was on that career path. But to go into that and then to lose access to her legs because of the accident as an adult, the injuries to the spine then caused her legs to go out. She was paraplegic. Then to go through surgeries to get her legs back. Now she's dealing with muscle atrophy and fighting that, but all along the while, still practicing, as a veterinarian. Then to fight breast cancer, lose legs again. Then have other forms of cancer and complications come into play. Still in all, through all of that, Danielle Spencer, Dr. Danielle Spencer, remained one of the most positive, upbeat individuals and optimistic individuals that I know. My wife and I marveled at her on a regular basis, and it was just an amazing joy to get on the phone with her every day. But yet, she's talking to me, and you can hear the beep of machines in the background. You can hear that she's going through stuff, but it never comes through in the conversation. She's just that sweet voice, loving, having fun, laughing, and talking about how much she appreciated us. But we appreciated her.
Wow. Gone but not forgotten. Hey,
never.
Haywood, I want to thank you.
Yes,
I want to say that, go ahead, finish up.
She loved bling. My wife is the queen of bling, and she sent Danielle a book that's like a bling book. She loved that. She said, I just look at it because it makes me so happy. And then she writes her little ideas and thoughts in it. And those kinds of things are the priceless things that we carry with us forever.
Wow. And that's great to hear. So you hear, listeners, this is Haywood Nelson, and he was one of the stars on What's Happening Now. And we'd like to thank you, Haywood, for being on the Chris Thomas Show with the Top Notch team. And we're going to bring you back so we can really get in depth about your 50th anniversary and the things that you're doing now. Because I was shocked when I saw you at the Ronaldo Ray documentary, and it was proud to meet you, my brother. So you stay blessed.
My pleasure too. Yes, we appreciate
it. And my
it.
condolences.
Audience, I want to say, keep your nutrition right so that you don't have an early demise. God's got it, but you know what? Do your part.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Now we're going to move on right now. And go ahead. Is he there? Okay. All right. So that was Haywood Nelson from What's Happening. So now the Chris Thomas Show is brought to you by 1% Sucker Free. And the new book that's selling on Amazon is called The Music Industry, The Great Record Promoter, Linda Wills. It's on Amazon. And she's got a lot of record played for a lot of these guys. If you didn't know how it goes, she got Teddy Pendergrass record played, Roy Ayers, Dougie Fresh, Smokey Robinson. I can go on and on. Go to Amazon and look for the book, A Great Record Promoter, here on the Chris Thomas Show. Now, we're going to go straight to a little laughter. This is the best of Comic View of the AHA's Sin City Comedy Spotlight. So this is coming up right now. We got a bunch of comedians. So here we go.
All these little brothers trying to get big. Y'all can't do it. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You need to eat real late at night, then go straight to sleep. That'll be 60 pounds on you in about 2 months. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all might get fat in the wrong area, like in your jaw or in your back. You know what I'm saying? Because you ever see people, man, they eat so much food, they can't talk. You know what I'm talking about? Their mouth can't, hey, how you doing? Very good. I'm mad a lot of times.
because things don't work out for me. I'm trying to make it this entertainment business, and if you ain't, pretty and skinny and white, they usually don't give you nothing. You know what I mean? I was up for a movie called Dreamcatcher. Anybody see that piece of crap movie? Right. Horrible movie. I went to the 4th callback. That means you're supposed to have the part. And then I got told by the studio I had to lose weight to play a fat guy. Ain't that something? Too fat to be fat. Oh, hell no.
I keep losing weight, though. I like being smaller. You know, I seen my thing the other day. It was beautiful. I was like, hi, where have you been? Head all shiny and stuff. It got eyeballs. I didn't even know it had eyeballs. Big folks, we just like to eat. And we get up to the buffet and we just do this. I'm gonna get all that right there.
Don't sleep on a sister now. I might be happy, but I'm the one you need, brother, because you ain't catching nothing from me but diabetes. Something you can cure.
All right. That was the best of Convict View. That was the show that I was on. And write it out now, Terminator, what we got with the Rap City hip hop mix.
All right, we got salute to my brothers, the Jungle Brothers. We got some LL Cool J salute, LL Cool J and Rock the Bells Radio. We got some Super Cat, and some Heavy D. R.I.P.
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, these, ladies and gentlemen, these, ladies and gentlemen, these are the JBs.
Uncle Sam, Mike G, Bang the Bam, Road Manager, yeah. This joint is slam. 5,000, boom and right. Yeah. Sound system, state of the art. Travel lightly, close pack neatly. Strapped with the baby bam beat. See, rolling early. Do the sound check. I wanna get on, but the crowd ain't around yet. I scream out jungle so you know that I'm here. Give a shout out to Smokey the Bear. It's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time to bring forth my rhyme. Yeah. Any minute now. Any second now. Pay attention close. We're gonna show you how. Come on, everybody, let's gather around. Once again, we're gonna get on down. Give you something to go home and talk about. The odds were against us, but we stayed and fought it out. I heard you was long overdue. Yeah. Who's coming through? Y'all know who?
We went through this before, acting like the L's can't bag them no more. Nightgown dragging on the heated marble floor. Flash Cartier when you open up the door. Slide these on, baby. So butter, still relate to the gutter. Just your lifestyle's different, spirit uplifted. Fell in love with a cat who's gifted. Journey back to paradise, damn, I missed it. Pop a bottle, light a purple candle. I got something that you can't quite handle. That's why you love me. Pour bubbly, glow from the flame, make your skin shine lovely. I'm singing, baby. Touch it, why don't ya? 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 Hey, girl. Oh, girl. Hey, girl, I wanna rock your world. Paradise is very nice. Yeah.
you go back. The full of big chatter can't defend that. If a Bellevue you come from, we sending you go back. Cause when them there, when they get around hot, when we look in the food for the potter, man have him 16 over in backer, 45 and we have a rampacker. Yeah, bazooka and now let me clacker. When we move in, we move come back. Man, we take a couple store, couple bank and shopper. And policeman and top out with hotter. Chatter know we have to run left the spotter. That diated, dog and data. When we come dance all of a block, we say some rally fuck and some of them dance up. We are road boy out and we not left it black. And some rally fuck and some of them dance up. When they killing at the place and the place of a black cat. When them there when Kingston run hard. When we look in the food for we pot. Kingston we there when my stop get shot. Kingston we there when Kappa get shot. Kingston we there when a bird get shot. And a Kingston we there when a cow get shot. Tap that back when them lay down flat. Let's go! Girls, they love me.
I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I know you want lots of Jews and stuff. Backyards with swimming pools, bars with stools and stuff, fancy foods. Lobster, sushi, yeah, Versace, Gucci, crazy Lucci. I know your ammo, you do demo on a paycheck. You get a herb from the bird and show him no respect. Middle name, price tag, first name, gotcha. Start a smoke, got on a roll, now they can't stop you.
Terminator X.
The dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today.
You're listening to The Chris Thomas Show with Lalo Lopez, DJ Mad Links, Terminator X, and Soren Baker on KSHP Radio, 107.1 FM and 1400 AM.
Hi, this is Louis Mastillo from Mike and Molly and the Sopranos. When I'm in Las Vegas, I listen to Chris Thomas and the Top Notch Team.
All right, want to thank Louis Matillo. I was on the airplane with him, and just quick, we were both, it was early in the morning, so we both fell asleep. And he just said, I think you got a great radio voice, just out of the blue. And I said, well, what do you do? He said, I play on Mike and Molly, and also I'm on the Sopranos. And thank you, Louis. He's tuning in to the Chris Thomas Show with the Top Notch All-Star Team. So I'm trying to figure out what subject should we talk about. Let's just go with the Hulk Hogan, because he just passed away, but this is kind of deep. I want to get everybody's opinion on, because I didn't know this about the Hulkster. I'm a big fan of his. So let's play this TMZ piece right now.
You can't talk about somebody's life by just looking at it in a one-dimensional way. And he was an amazingly successful guy, but there were conflicts. Sex tape talking about not wanting to have his daughter date black men. And he had made some racist comments on a call to Nick in jail.
It was unforgivable when those things occurred. That's not like him. What in God's name is going on?
On the sex tape, he actually said he was racist.
He said in his words that he was a racist. So why would I sit here and try to defend somebody that tells you who they were?
How did it affect you personally? I mean, you knew him.
It hurt. It hurt.
I did a show with him in 2017, and he insisted, he said he was not a racist.
I'm not that guy. I have to be able to look at myself in the mirror every day. I have to be accountable. I have to be able to live with myself. It really slapped me and woke me up. It made me realize how powerful words are. For the people that know me and love me, they know who I am. You know, they know I'm not a racist.
Oh, okay. That was good. That's good. So he apologized, and he said from his heart that he's not a racist. And I kind of believe him. You know, a lot of people grew up during those times where it was the thing to do because they didn't know any better. But he had a lot of friends that he wrestled. Don't forget, this is the guy that had Mr. T in a movie. Of course, it was Sylvester Stallone's movie. But in real life, Mr. T and Hulk Hogan was in the ring together, WrestleMania. So we're going to real quick. What do you think, DJ Mad Links?
Well, as usual, I got the unpopular opinion. And I got no problem with the Hulkster, man, when it comes down to it. Like, I'm sick and tired of this narrative that because somebody comes up with some recording that was taken unbeknownst to that individual, that means who they are. Listen, I promise you, if somebody got some recordings of me, I'm going to be a racist. I'm going to be a misogynist. I'm going to be everything. If inside of a small little bubble, just some of the things that can be said, all right, does not talk to the entirety of anyone. What Chris Rock said it. Who's the most racist people in the world? All black people. So I promise you this. Hulk Hogan would have also said that he didn't want his daughter to be dating some quote unquote redneck from the Appalachian Mountains either. All right. It just so happened she was dating somebody that was black. And he also said, okay, well, if you are going to date somebody black, can it be somebody like this? So it wasn't that he said, I don't want you dating nobody black at all. He was basically saying, hey, look, I want my daughter to be dating at least the best of the best. So as I said, I understand that it was a regrettable statement and whatnot, but I think that everybody is too quick to really look at a person through a very, very small little prism. And if that was reversed on us, we would be horrified in result. And I would just like to say this. I had the pleasure of meeting the man, hanging out with him for a little bit back in, it must have been 2006 or 7. And I mean, he was pleasant. The entire room, the majority of it was on the video shoot. The majority of us there were black. So, I mean, if he truly was a racist and hated black people so much, he was in the wrong place to be at.
Exactly. What about you, Noonie?
Well, now he came back with an apology, and I'm like, okay, cool, but you can't just leg drop the N-word out of your vocabulary and call it growth. You can't do that. We need, you know what I'm saying, we need it more than not my bad. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing he should be dropping is an apology. But he's kind of, you really can't talk about it now because he's like gone. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, but he went from brother to other real fast. I just want to say that.
So, what about you, Terminator?
Okay, so I don't hold any grudges against him or anything like that. But I think part of the problem in America is that we don't own up to our mess. It's like it's a lot of folks out there like he's not black, he's Michael Jackson. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean it's just real, and they may not overall hate black people, but they grew up in families that have a certain opinion. You know, but I mean, we're trying to grow out of that, but at the same time, don't dismiss it like it doesn't exist. I don't care if that either. That's why we're having some of the problems we're having today. Yeah. But yeah, rest in peace. Accountability, exactly. So rest in peace.
You only take accountability when you getting beat up.
But let's all I would say is just let's be real about what's going on and face it and deal with it and move on. That's all.
Exactly. So Soren, after you answer that, tell us what you got on who you interviewed after this answer.
Yeah, well, to me, it's a very tough, delicate thing to balance and to navigate. But I also think an apology is nice. But I also think, because we've evolved in this, everything being so visual, it's also a little bit of a challenge. What do we want them to do? Hold a rally and have
we love black people. Yes.
So that obviously would come off disingenuous despite any good intentions. And then it's like, what do we want his quote unquote black friends to come out and support him. I'm his black friend. So it's like you can't really. It's a tough thing to navigate and to go through, but that's that. So on to more celebratory things. As everybody may recall, I'm from Maryland, and I grew up loving and listening to go-go and going to concerts and stuff. And I remember as a young youth when The Butt came out, which still rocks from coast to coast, north, south, east, west, and worldwide.
I got in trouble for doing that.
I bet you did, Tony. I see. So with that said, let's play a little Sugar Bear from EU, who I had the honor and privilege of interviewing for my YouTube channel, Unique Access Entertainment, about how The Butt changed his life.
that can go a few different ways.
You understand?
Hey man, some say I'm a wordsmith. You know, I just, just set the table. And then let the people take it where they want.
All right.
The Terminator's queuing it up, and we're about to be ready.
And after that,
I'm like
Chris Thomas show.
A $10 million lottery. I'm telling you, because it's like we was here, we were still making noise, but when the butt hit, the way it hit, it's like I said, it was rags to riches because we went from playing in DC all the way over to California, to Florida, to Canada, various parts of the world, and the record was blazing, and it was a dance craze. Remember the song The Twist back in the day?
Yeah.
It was just like that. It was taking over the whole nation, and we was in so much demand, and everybody wanted that I grew up listening to, as far as R&B and soul music, they wanted us to come join them on a tour. Oh, wow. It was amazing. But the butt hit, man.
When the butt hit.
When the butt hit. When he hit the butt.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I actually did a record. I did a record with them called Somebody's Ringing That Doorbell. People can go to YouTube. It's called Somebody's Ringing That Doorbell. And I'm in the whole record. You can hear me doing the whole record. I'm the celebrities that's at Sugar Bear's party. And of course, Terminator, you remember they were on tour with the Run DMC tour also.
Of course. So he's right. That record literally blew their career. It launched it into space. That record was hugely popular, and it's still hugely popular. You can play it today, and the crowd will go crazy. And it's how many years later? I mean, a
lot of years.
Yeah. Shouts out to Spike.
And Soren, anything else you want to say to the top notch team?
Well, Noonie was jumping in early. So, Noonie,
right.
what's a good memory you have to dancing to the butt or just the vibe of the song?
Man, listen. I remember just doing the butt. My mama was doing the belt. She said, "All right now, don't be doing all that." I'm just learning, I'm just learning. But nah, that was the cut. That was the cut. And I just remember just seeing people down a Soul Train line kicking it, baby. Bow. So yeah, I like that song.
And for Mad Links, being a DJ and DJing at a wide array of events, one of the things I've always been impressed with the butt is the versatility of its appeal. So for you, have you noticed or understood the wide-ranging demographic appeal of the song?
Well, apparently, people love butts. Whether it is EU's the butt. Baby Got Back. It just doesn't stop. But the thing that always fascinated me about that EU record was the fact that it was, and it still remains to this day, the only DC go-go song that went mainstream. And it was always fascinating to me that I thought that record could have and should have actually opened the door to there being more mainstream success for the overall sound. But it seemed as though as large as that record got, it was just an anomaly. And there was, whether it was from EU or from, any of the other amazing go-go artists, for whatever reason, there was no follow-up to the sound, which I always think that the masses got robbed because it is such a regional sound. Unfortunately, they don't even know about the true artistry of DC go-go music, which is just so understated.
Yep, the official music of Washington D.C. Now, DJ Mad Links, what kind of music do we have?
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead.
And I was just saying,
All right.
I agree with you that it never, go-go never blew up to where kind of it could have, but it did help go-go in certain locations, but just not everywhere and not for a long enough period of time. So it did launch go-go beyond where it was. Like, this was very regional DC. Like growing up in New York, I didn't know. I had this conversation with Soren. I knew Pump Me Up. I knew certain songs, but I never really realized go-go until I went to DC. But it spread in the South. I used to DJ down in the South. Go-go spread down South a little bit, but it never became mainstream, like you say, and that's a shame.
Exactly. Well, it's from my city, and of course, we got the National Guard here watching the go-go records, of course, and watch. So, Mad Links, what we got?
Man, I feel like hearing a little bit of Chrisette Michele and some Alicia Keys a day. So let's get it right now on the Chris Thomas Show.
Let's go.
DJ Mad Links.
It's over. Watching my phone, waiting for it to break. Sitting in the house on a couch with the TV on, all night, all alone. Every time, same old thing. So I think I'm just about over being your girlfriend. I'm leaving. No one wants me what you've been doing, where you've been sleeping. I'm leaving. I'm sleeping. So you want me I can still feel you in my bed. Near me, touch me, feel me. And even at the bottom of the sea, I can still hear inside my head telling me, touch me, feel me. And all the time you were telling me so tonight, I wanna find a way to make it without you.
Right after this, you can play the Tony Rock, and then I'm gonna go right into the.
I'm gonna hold on to the time that we had tonight. I'm gonna find a way to make it without you. Have you ever tried sleeping with a broken heart? Well, you could try sleeping in my bed. Lonely on me. Nobody ever shut it down like you. You are the crown. You made my body feel heavy bound. Why don't you hold me? Need me? I thought you told me you'd never leave me. Looking in the sky, I can see your face, and I know right where I've been. Take me, make me. You know that I'll always be in love with you, right till the end. So tonight, I wanna find a way to make it without you. Tonight, I'm gonna find a way to make it without you. I'm gonna hold on to the time that we had tonight. I'm gonna find a way to make it without you. Anybody could have told you right from the start it's about to fall apart. So rather than hold on to a broken dream, or just hold on to love, and I can find a way to make it. Don't hold
What's up, y'all? This is Tony Rock, and whenever I'm in Las Vegas, I only listen to St. Louis's own Noonie LaRue on the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team. You heard me.
All right. Thank you, Noonie, and we're being brought to you. We're being brought to you by 100% Sucker Free, and the new book that's on Amazon. The new book that's the great record promoter by Linda Wills. And right about now, to just help your day, let's listen to our message of hope.
Good morning. Our scripture comes from James 5:16. The heartfelt and persistent prayer of a righteous man or a believer can accomplish much when put into action and made effective by God. It is dynamic and can have tremendous power. Devotional. Do you sometimes find it difficult to pray? Does it seem as if there's a battle going on in your mind with thoughts bombarding you as you try to focus on God? Nowhere does the Bible suggest that prayer is going to be easy. In fact, a struggle ensues when you bow before the Father God. The enemy will attack you, harassing you with doubts and attempting to convince you that God would never listen to someone like you. But the devil does so because the devil knows how dangerous you are when you're on your knees before the throne of grace, praying to your Father God. Today's verse illuminates this fact. Your prayers have tremendous power because of the one you appeal to. When you ask God for his answers to the challenges before you, he makes known solutions that are beyond imagination and carries them out on your behalf, freeing you and glorifying God. The devil hates that because the devil knows that means the devil is defeated. So keep on praying, push through, cling to God, and expect God to act. Do not give up, because in prayer, it is a sure path to victory. Our power thought is, Jesus, pray through me and help me persevere in prayer so that your will is done in all things. Have a blessed day.
All right. Amen. Amen. Chris Thomas Show live from Las Vegas and around the world, streamed. And of course, we're on YouTube. So we're going to back up, and then we'll get to the other things tomorrow about Cuba Gooden and the New Orleans annual Red Dress Run. But while we're on the topic about racism, I just want to let everybody know that we have a lot of interracial couples each and every day. Somebody, you can love whoever you want to. And Strom Thurmond, he was a senator and probably was one of the most racist on the Senate. But then it was exposed that he had kids that were mixed, and he admitted it. So something I want to play about a white couple has a black baby, and we're going to play that right now so you can see that it's who you love. Now, what happened in slavery was wrong because the ladies basically didn't get the chance to choose who their lover was going to be. It was more so taken. But it's over with now, and people are choosing who they want to love now, this day and forevermore. So let's check that clip out.
White mom says her baby is black because she has black ancestors, even though husband is white.
That's fair.
Rachel from Salina, Tennessee, gave birth to a baby boy on February 17, 2024. Her and her fiance, Paul Buckman, couldn't have been thrilled. Meanwhile, her employer, 52 Truck Stop, where she works, shared in her joy, posting an image of the family. Those ancestors ain't coming out that much.
Oh my God.
You know black babies are born lighter than the usual.
Have they tested? Have they compared the dad? Has he taken
I don't know.
Okay, I just want to bring that up. And it can happen. God works in mysterious ways.
Mm-hmm.
He can make a black couple have a Chinese kid if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So before we end the show, we're going to go real quick. We're going to start with Soren. What do you think, Soren?
I think there might be more going on at that truck stop than the. No.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah, man, as somebody that has a daughter who is at least 50% black, half black, if that's what you want to say, you know, things go different ways, man. But to their point, I've never seen a fully white baby come out like that, man. That truck stop must be popping.
What about? Go ahead. What about you, Noonie?
Listen, I'm not saying she cheated, but the baby came out with edges laid and a smile. So I know the words of Frankie Beverly. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to leave it there.
Before I let go. What about you, Terminator?
At that truck stop.
Yeah, I think. Hey, look, I'm happy that the dad is happy.
He's thrilled.
He's not investigating it. Maybe it's best left alone like that.
He needs to put on his Batman.
But yeah, something ain't kosher.
All right. What about you, Mad Links?
There is currently a story out in the news sphere about a man who has attempted murder charges on his wife after finding out he is not the father of the 3 children he has been raising with this woman.
Whoa.
There is a movement towards mandatory DNA testing for all babies and fathers. And all I know is there's a lot of women fighting against that.
Because they know.
They know.
Something tells me the woman in the story, Chris, that you just put up, she'd be leading the protests fighting against mandatory DNA testing.
She said, I still need his pension. Shut up.
Well, it happens all the time. And real quick, I want to get everybody's social media. Mad Links, what's yours?
At DJ MADLINX on all social media.
All right. Soren Baker.
You can find me at Unique Access Entertainment, and you could also find Chris Thomas on the Go-Go Cranking. Somebody ring that doorbell. I had to pull out the vinyl real quick. I don't just talk about it. I be about it. So there you go.
That's right, Terminator.
At DJ Terminator X social media, and my website is djterminatorx.com.
And Noonie?
It's at Noonie LaRue on everything. That's Noonie with 2 U's, not 1. Let's get it, y'all.
Well, what a lot of people don't know about me is I've done a lot of things. And like Dolomite used to say, I was through with it before they knew what to do with it. And I ain't never going to forget that. And remember, it's not about me. It's not about you. It is about us, people.
Us.
Stay blessed. And thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow on the Chris Thomas Show and Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And I want to thank Linda Wills, the great record promoter, and want to thank 100% Sucker Free. We're outie.
Peace and love.
Out love. Here we go.
Bright lights, big city. Good morning, Vegas. It's the Chris Thomas Morning Show. Fly Cry, Uncle James, Hall of Fame.
Y'all need to pay homage, the original host. Chris Thomas, the mayor in Vegas. Relay like all other Vegases. Every time you on the radio, you say it's us. Plus, we got Terminator X on the cut. In the public, the enemy gets off in the cut. Run up back up mad mix with the Cuban cuts. Your music gotta make you through the butt. We're storing for show. We're here to introduce you to the morning show.
Chris is chillin', Terminator's chillin'. Hall of Famers reppin', people, what you think? Layla is chillin', Soren is chillin'. Click word for Billy and we got mad links. James Gang reppin', Big Wig reppin'. Akron, Cleveland, LA to Vegas. Fly Cry, LeBron James a rap. I'm a pro model, I see your brain to cap.